Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. You're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today is Thursday, March 19th, 2026. And today's construction is by John Kugelman, a veteran New York Times crossword constructor. And it's a Thursday, so we'll expect a tricky themed puzzle. Already we can see some shaded squares at 17, 33, and 51 across. So we'll have to see what is hiding in the grid today. So let's dive in for Thursday, March 19th, this puzzle by John Kugelman. Exploiting an IRS loophole. For example, exploiting, we want, do we want something like, I would have guessed something like tax dodge or something like that. Dodging, but the sort of part of speech, sort of present continuous construction of the clue makes me think that's not quite what we want, but something like that. I think forensic analyst's workspace, some kind of lab. DNA lab, maybe? Could be. Like the national dish tabikosi, baked lamb with yogurt sauce. It sounds Turkish, but that doesn't fit. Maybe it's something like Georgian or something. I mean, it sure could be, but it also could not be. Moon, that's a neighbor of Ganymede and Io. Not Callisto then, probably Europa. Seems to work okay with the crosses. Moons of Jupiter. A boatload, and this is a theme entry, so I maybe not even want to guess at what it is going to be yet. How Jean Valjean repeatedly breaks out in Les Mis. I think we want in song here, not breaks out of prison. Thomas Jefferson's belief, he was a deist, I think, so deism here. Part of an order, thankfully I don't have to guess at this, and I've already filled in, it's a nun, part of a sororal order, an order of nuns, religious order. Ordnance depot and arsenal, maybe? Ordnances are weapons, an arsenal of weapons. That I think that's what they want there. Scratches out, ekes out a living. Luggage might just be your bags. Nighttime woe might be sleep apnea. Hey, no argument here. Looks good. Looks okay to me. Resident of Muscat. So I think we want an Omani, and given where the M and N are, I think it's gonna be there. So I wonder if this is something like Romania. Lock in, so to speak. The O's in XOXO symbolically, are those the hugs in Hugs and Kisses, I think? Master class, question mark? A deep cut, maybe a gash. Lock in, so to speak, to secure. That would make Romania make a lot of sense. So I think, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what the theme is doing, but certainly we want the sort of the answer, the basic answer, to be in between the shaded square and the circle square. A boatload, I still don't see what that is going to be. Let's see if these, it doesn't look right, does it? Maybe insure instead of secure? That would certainly work with Georgian. German, probably D. There's a number of articles that could work with that, but I think this is what we want. This does look like a dodge, doesn't it? Maybe it is tax dodge. Okay, so not Georgian, but maybe Albanian, because Halo console is the video game console on which Halo can be played, which is the Xbox. Tax dodge sure looks good. It's Vera soothing. That's really funny. Aloe vera. A boatload. Oodles, that would work. And then first president to sit in the Oval Office, I guess, is Taft. Foodless? Where to find the town's Bigfoot and Tarzan? I guess that's in Texas. I didn't know that. Tripping in a way on LSD, on an LSD trip is the one way that you could be tripping. Jean Arp, for example, a Dadaist. one of the founding members of that movement, art movement. Cards in a wallet or purse informally, IDs, pieces of identification. Setting for Arthur Miller's The Crucible. Is that Salem during the witch trials, I think? Mimicked, aped. Master class. What do we want here? I don't know. Tickles. Could have a number of meanings there. Clothes that are ready to be thrown away. Do we just want rags here? Word with napkin or nose. Roll? No. Miles away. Afar, possibly. Like some flaws. Fatal flaws, I guess. Doesn't help me with the rest of it. Choice words. Choice words, maybe. Words about choice. Thought there was a knock at the door, but there's not. Decidedly not. Nah? Big Bad Wolf's disguise. Grandma in the Red Riding Hood story. Oh, napkin ring or nose ring. Okay, that's fine. Lady Gaga's Born This Way and Diana Ross says I'm Coming Out to Name Too. The gay anthem, I think. So this is a decidedly not. Nay, I guess, an old-fashioned way. Anthems, sorry, plural, because we want and. If at all. Okay, fine. Tickles, pleases? Could be. That's one sense of the word tickles. Homophone of 39 across. Nay, so the French word nay is pronounced the same as the English word nay. This is also now used in English to indicate a name with which you were born. Choice words could be and or, yeah. Opposite of paleo. Paleo little means old or, yeah, basically. And I think neo is what we want there then. New, the prefix. Electric sign filler. Neon gas. Oops, too many letters. Neon gas is what you might find in an electric sign. U-Bahn, I think, is the German subway. Crooner Mel is Mel Torme, and then what's the rest of this clue? Nation whose name sounds like a plea for seconds. Plea for seconds. Word after finger or poke. Or poke. Finger bowl? Poke bowl, is that what we want? Gaelic gals are lasses. In the Gaelic countries, you might call women lasses or girls lasses. Country singer Leanne of first rank. Of first rank. I don't know what that means. Certain fatty acids informally, maybe omegas. Omega-1, omega-3, omega-6 fatty acids. Catchers wear masks, probably. Leanne of first rank. An ace? Nation whose name sounds like a plea for seconds. What do we want here? Nation. I don't see what this is. It has her Earth's highest and lowest points. Something wrong in here? Voice of the modern age. Do we want Siri there? Utter foolishness. Inanity? Nope, that doesn't fit. Do for Jimi Hendrix. Hairdo. I guess we want an afro. Oh, Asia, Earth's highest and lowest points. That's fine. Idiocy. Idiocy. That could work. That would fit. Stormed. Samoa. Oh, Samoa. I'd like Samoa, please. And so Leanne Womack, I guess. Not heard of that person. But fine. What is this? Master class. Actor Hammer. I don't know. Arnie? That's a thing, isn't it? That's a person. Peeve. To peeve is to irk. Blank badge. I don't know. Analogous. I would have wanted akin to. Alike, maybe? Online gamers bane, probably lag in your internet connection. I guess alike works there. Rump. Tail something? Is this god tier? Is that a phrase? Certainly looks right. This looks wrong though. Look. Hey, no argument here. Look, I guess? Something okay, I guess? Something wrong? What am I doing here? Lepidopterist's needs. A lepidopterist is someone who studies butterflies? Needs. Operation Neptune familiarly. I don't know what that is. Oh man, okay. Ted Lasso, fictional AFC Richmond coach. Great, got something. Site for indie designers. Do we want Etsy there? Showing things as they are. Beginning of the spelling of Hera. In the Greek language, the H sound is produced by the letter eta. Blank Virtue, 3-time gold medalist ice dancer, Tessa Virtue. NCAA's Elite 8, the final 8, I guess, what is it, quarterfinal qualifying teams. Here's an idea, you might say. Final, for example, a test, a final exam. Contractors' figures estimates, I guess. Certain hockey and soccer infractions, or a hint to this puzzle circled in shaded squares. Offsides. But I don't see why. I'll have to look at it once it's complete, I guess. Showing things as they are. Realist, I guess. Noted San Francisco weather phenomenon. I guess it's going to be fog. At peak. Peak might be your crossest. And locations, realism, I guess, showing things as they are, because this is going to be yoga mats, locations for some posers. Okay, what kind of badge? Nerds badge? What is this? Look. Okay. Oh, something okay, I get it. Look, I get it. Oh, hey, no argument here. Look, I get it. Okay. Do those mean the same thing? I don't know. Rump. Tail. Something. Maybe this is not Arnie? Oh, Army? Army hammer? That could be. A merit badge, then. And is Operation Neptune D-Day? Emerita is a word. Tail end is your rump, and Lepidopterist's needs are nets. Okay. But what is going on with the theme? Offsides. Okay. We have, if you read down the shaded squares here, so we have 5 themed entries here. If you read down the shaded squares only, you get F-R-I-E-S, fries. And if you read down the circled letters, you get S-A-L-A-D, salad. Those are both sides, and they are off in the sense that they're sort of, well, you could, I guess, interpret it in 2 ways. I'm not sure which way. They're sort of off in the sense that they're extra to the actual answers to the clues for these. So a boatload is oodles, not foodless. And so these are the F and the S, the shaded and the circled squares, are sort of off to the sides, and they're also sides in terms of being side orders. You could also interpret it in that you need to sort of take them off. You need to remove those letters. You need to take off the sides in order to get the correct answer for the clue. But let's look at each of these entries and see. So a boatload is oodles, not foodless, but the F and the S from fries and salad make them foodless. Here we have a resident of Muscat is an Omani, someone who lives in Oman, but the R and the A from fries and salad make it Romania. Here, like some flaws are fatal flaws, but the I and the L from fries and salad make it if at all. Here we have a merit badge, but the E and the A from fries and salad make it emerita, a title for presumably a female professor, distinguished professor who's now retired. And finally, like Crooner Mel is Mel Torme, the singer, but the S and the D from the end of fries and salad make it stormed. So those are our offside answers, such as it is. Yeah, again, not sure how they want us to interpret it. I think there's a couple of different ways, not sure what the intent of the constructor is. But a clever theme and well constructed to have the inside and the outside of all these answers be, the inside and the complete answers sort of make sense as potential entries, sensible entries, as it were. I was right about tax dodge right from the beginning, which is, and DNA lab. I was a little bit off with Georgian, but Albania is not too far from there. And that area of the world certainly has sort of this lamb and yogurt kind of sort of Mediterranean / Far West Asia area. Has a lot of that kind of food. This too, very happy that I saw through the breakout wordplay right away and got in song. I did not know that Bigfoot and Tarzan, Texas were things, but there you go. What else? Decidedly not and nay don't quite seem like a match to me, but I guess in a certain time they probably were. This is a good one. It's all we can count on crosswords to regularly show up with Greek letter type clues and entries. I don't know who Leanne Womack is. I was thinking of Leanne Rhymes, who I think is also a country singer, but I'll have to look up and see who that is. At Peak is a fun clue, though it's not misleading in any way. It's Vera Soothing is very cheesy and funny for aloe, which is a very common entry. We've had a lot of LSD references in the puzzle recently, but I've not seen this particular formulation of on LSD. Masterclass. I guess God tier must be a sort of a slang way of saying like really elite in a class, sort of above the rest, a master class, as it were. And hey, no argument here. Look, I get it. I can see how, if someone is continuing to persist after an argument, even though you're in agreement with them, I can see how this might be, but it's a little bit for me of a stretch. What else? Army Hammer. I have to remind myself who that is. The name sounds very familiar, but I don't remember exactly who it is. Nets is funny for lepidopterists' needs. I mean, I guess they do need nets. I guess that's how they catch their butterflies. But this is also very funny. I did not think of Samoa as being vaguely homophonic with Samoa in a certain accent. Good Tessa Virtue reference here. This is misleading only because you don't necessarily know that we want poke here, not poke. Yeah, and I think everything else is pretty straightforward. So that's a good Thursday grid. This is about where we want Thursday. The theme pretty tricky, but the grid sort of relatively approachable. So good puzzle by John Kugelman, a very experienced constructor and always enjoyable to solve his puzzles. If you liked my solve today, please let me know. Throw me a thumbs up. And I feel like this hype thing is happening now, where some people are given the option to hype a puzzle. So if that comes up for you and you feel like hyping my solve video, I would appreciate it. I don't really know what it does. I guess it shows it to more people, but anyway. That's cool. And there's something about points too. I haven't really looked into it. Anyway, and if you want to know when I'm posting next, hit the subscribe button. I might try and do the Sunday grid later today. We'll see what I have time for. But that's all for today. That's all for this puzzle, anyway, this video for Thursday, March 19th. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Cheers.